We are standing here with, well, this guy needs no introduction whatsoever. Armin van Buuren, welcome back to Georgia, welcome back to Atlanta. How are you today?
Very well.
That's good. So the last time you were in Atlanta was, I believe it was in 2014 for the Power 961 Jingle Jam. And that,
Oh yeah.
and that set was incredibly short. You left a lot of fans here in Atlanta disappointed.
Yeah.
So can we expect a Armin Only in the future so that people can experience all that you have to offer?
That would be a dream come true. I mean, unfortunately, the organization of Armin Only doesn't only depend on me. I'm only the DJ, but I depend on venue availability, dates, availability of the other artists that I work with. But the venue is usually, the most difficult thing. I was really happy that we were able to pull the tour off for a couple of dates here in North America. But I definitely owe something to my Georgia crowd. I mean, I've been DJing here for years and years, and I'm so thankful to everybody in Atlanta and the area around for all the years and support that I've been getting from so many people. So, yeah, I'm that will be a dream come true for me as well. And the thing that I did with the really short set had to do with promotion for the radio station. And I'm just really thankful that they played This Is What It Feels Like so much. So, and this is the way it works. Fortunately, I'm here now. I get to play at least an hour and a half on such a massive festival here. So I hope that makes something good for the fans.
Now, you've actually pulled off the trifecta this year. Tomorrowland Brazil, Tomorrowland Belgium, Tomorrowworld USA. How do the three festivals compare in terms of vibe and the energy you get from the crowds?
I got to be honest with you, the Brazil one and the Belgium one were off the hook, seriously, because Brazil was the first time, and they dug a hole like the valley in Belgium. They copied that, and it was trucks working for months to build that valley, and that was simply unreal. I couldn't believe that. Tickets were sold out in 3 hours. That shows you that the Brazilian crowd was totally ready for it. And I was surprised, man. I got to be honest with you. I mean, it's a 2-hour drive from Sao Paulo in the middle of nowhere. And it was one of my favorite sets of this year. Together with the Tomorrowland set in Belgium, I really premiered a lot of new tracks there. Did a live performance with Mr. Props, which was really special. It was dry, fortunately. So that was an incredible experience. So fortunately, we have some weather problems here. Mother Nature wasn't too nice for Tomorrowworld this time. But I'm gonna rip the roof off anyway. I'm super excited here, and I think the fans deserve the best here. I mean, the fans that are here. I think also it comes down to character. I mean, if you have a crowd of 70,000 people in front of you, everybody's excited, then it's more easy. Right now, it's because of the weather situation, there's maybe not 70,000 people here tonight, but I think that's when you have to show character. That's when your character's DJ come out. I think now I should give 200%, because that's what these people deserve. They've been here, they had the rain the past couple of days, so I'm gonna try and give my best, like 200%, to give these people the best show that I can.
So does 200% for you mean that you're going to go full 138 or even go even higher with Team 140?
I can, it depends on the vibe. I didn't pre-program my set. I'd never do that. No disrespect to people that do that, by the way, but I have a couple of options. I have a big folder of tracks, a lot of new ones, a lot of unreleased ones, a couple of the known ones. So I think you'll hear a set that's a little bit mixed, a couple of new songs, a couple of older songs, a couple of new mashups. We'll see where it goes. But I don't know exactly beforehand what I'm going to play. I know my opening track, but that's about it.
And what is that opening track? I hear some of your new album.
Yeah, I'm dropping my new album called Embrace on October 29th. And I saved the world premiere of the opening track that I've been working on for a year for here in Tomorrowworld. I'll tell you a little bit about the opening track. The idea behind Embrace, the album, is to embrace different styles, different cultures, different instruments, different artists, like, working with Hardwell and Mr. Props. Mr. Props comes from hip-hop, Hardwell comes from electro, more different sound. On Embrace, I wanted to embrace all those different ideas. And one of the ideas that I had, because I'm a big jazz fan, believe it or not. I love, Chet Baker, Miles Davis, and all that sort of stuff. I listen to that a lot. And I love the trumpet as an instrument. I think it's a very underestimated instrument. So it was my dream to create a track that had the trumpet as the lead vocal, so to speak. And I found this jazz trumpet player called Erik Vloeimans from the Netherlands. He's definitely one of the world's best trumpet players. He plays normally jazz kind of thing,
Right.
and I got him to play in a trance track, and that's going to be the opening track from my set tonight.
Now, how do you pull that off? Because I know on your previous album, Intense, you had that great violin player on that track. I really enjoyed it, by the way.
Thanks.
Big fan of violins. How do you discover, folks like that and bring them on board to work with you on producing trance tracks?
Just have an open mind, like I say, embrace. I mean, if you go on internet and you believe all the negativity that's on there, then you're bound to do only your safe sound that you've always been doing. And I love trance, I will always make trance. I will always support trance. This year I did a couple of 138 tracks, the one with Jean-Michel Jarre, the Game of Thrones remix, and I will keep doing that. I love that stuff, but I want to keep it interesting for me as well, because I know that if I will do something that I like, then there's a bigger chance that you might like it as well. I can't keep walking around in circles. So one of the things that I wanted to do was experiment with this jazz trumpet player. And trust me, it wasn't an easy thing. It wasn't like one day and it was done. I had a melody idea for the trumpet that I played with the computer. I had some chord progression ideas. Erik Vloeimans came over to my house. He played a first kind of freestyle on top of the melody idea that I had. He went away, I programmed some beats, he came back. We did some more work, so that's been a year bouncing back and forth. And now I'm ready to share it with the world. I hope people will like it. It's a very emotional track. It's a very different track. And I think, I hope people will appreciate the fact that I'm going a little bit out of my way.
Oh, well, I think that's good to basically show, because as you were saying before, a lot of artists get pigeonholed into basically playing the same type of music. So basically what you're saying is that this is part of your musical journey in terms of exploring different horizons. And
well, it's not, there's nothing wrong with staying within your own genre. I mean, I know a lot of DJs that do that and that stay in the safe path. I can totally understand that. That is fine. I'm not criticizing anybody else. I'm just saying, for me, as an artist, I really need to explore new things to keep it interesting for myself. Because I found out if I'm trying to do a track that I've already made, I love Communication, right? For example, or Sail or Serenity, one of my older tracks. Those tracks are my babies, right? And I love them, but I can't just go back in the studio, have the same settings, change the melody a little bit, like, oh, here's a new Armin van Buuren single. People be like, yeah, it sounds like Serenity. Well done. So having said that, I do realize I have a certain sound and a certain name to hold up to. So you try to find the balance between, staying within your safety zone and venturing out a little bit, trying different things. But I think Embrace was I never spent more money and more time on an album that I've done on this album, but also I had so much fun producing it, because I was like, even if this track is not going to be a hit or it's not going to work, people are not going to understand it, then I know I made it with my heart, I meant my soul, the entire album. So we'll see.